Well, Congressman, thank you so much for doing this. The inauguration is coming up. What can one expect from Trump 2.0?
He's going to be looking for a strong economy. He's going to be looking for a sustained economy. He's going to look for growth above 2%. That's going to include deregulation, keeping the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act in place, which will expire in 2025. I think he will look to have a stronger defense posture. I think the Indo-Pacific region is extremely important when you look at China and its rise, not just in its economic strength, but its military prowess. The fact that they're threatening Taiwan in that region that's so important, that has 70% of the world's wealth, 70% of the world's population, about that much in military might as well. It'll be extremely important. I don't know if he'll focus on that in the inauguration itself, but he's going to talk about a stronger, more resilient America that's much more fair. When I say fair, that doesn't mean that we have equal results, but we have equal opportunities, not based on race, not based on gender, not based on anything other than your efforts and your abilities. That's been the American way since the very beginning. One of the things that snuck in somehow or another is that we punish people who are successful. That should never be the American way. Anybody who's part of the Indian diaspora knows that. We've seen a demographic who's extremely successful be punished for that success and actually discriminated against for that success many times. And that's the unfortunate thing. We should never represent that in America. We should always represent our best efforts, and that we should allow businesses to flourish here, because that will keep us ahead of the game, especially as the world's largest economy, with our head looking slightly over our shoulder towards those people who are approaching us very rapidly.
You talked about multiple things I wanted to ask you about. Let's talk about the Indian community. Now, I remember when you first got elected, one of the first speeches that you made on the floor was about how important Indian Americans have been in your district. We've seen, these vile attacks on online social media in the past 2 weeks. What would you tell the Indian American community who live in America?
Well, first of all, it's important for all of us to stand united against that sort of discrimination, that sort of bigotry. So I talk about it very openly all the time. This is one team, one fight, and we're all Americans. We've all come from somewhere. And so it's very important that we represent what's best in America. I just met with several Indian community leaders in my district, and we're coming out guns blazing. We have the wealthiest district in Georgia. We have the top 5 district in America for wealth. It has a higher median income than Dallas-Fort Worth. We have 10,000 CEOs. It's an exceptional district. And one of the reasons it's made that way is because we have 14% of our citizens are Indian diaspora. Extremely ambitious, gifted, hardworking, don't break laws. I mean, that's a big part of our American fabric. It's what makes America great. And to have those opportunities, they're equal for all people to excel. When you work hard, that you're rewarded for that, because that's what makes everybody work hard. When you're told, oh, we have too many people from this community in our schools, whether it be Ivy League schools or Georgia Tech or wherever, that's a problem, because you're then eliminating the best and brightest or the hardest working based on the color of their skin rather than the content of their character.
The India-US relationship has been, central in the past, I would say, last 3-4 administration. What would you think, could be a change, or would there be any change in that partnership that India has with the US with Donald Trump coming back in? And what areas of cooperation, you think you would want to work with India on in terms of, be it semiconductor, be it AI? What areas you think President Trump should work with India on?
I think on all aspects, the closer we are as allies, the better. We're not true allies right now. We're partners. We're friends. But we need to be allies. So we have a common concern for the region. We have a common enemy, if you will, when China cheats its way to the top of the World Trade Organization over the last 20 years. When you talk, it's not just about the Arunachal-Pradesh region. It's about the Indo-Pacific region. It's about microchips, AI. It's about Taiwan. But it's also about bringing India into the fold, understanding the big picture. China and Russia and Iran and North Korea have an alliance, whether we like to recognize it or not. It's in our best interest to keep India, and talking to Prime Minister Modi, from selling Russian oil back to Europe to fund the war in Ukraine. So it's not all just great stuff. some hard conversations need to come out of this. And to be fair, Prime Minister Modi and the way he approaches this will be very instrumental in our ability to succeed or fail. And we will succeed or fail as a team. No doubt, make no doubt about it. India and the United States are linked. We have a common constitution. We have a common democracy. We have the ability to go forward and make some tremendous business deals into the future. And I hope that those deals, those mutually beneficial agreements will include cutting Russia off from a vital resource for their funding of a war.
All right. Congressman, thank you so much for speaking with us. We'll look forward to seeing you at the inauguration. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.